it and we are repeating it again that we are telling the whole community and the whole world that we, Akoko youth, and on behalf of the billions Akoko youth in both in Nigeria and diaspora, we are saying we want the corpse of our father to be buried in Akoko. This is his hometown, therefore his corpse must be buried in Akoko and not anywhere.
The youth and the indigenous of Akoko in Ondo State took to the street, expressing their desire for TB Joshua, the founder of Synagogue Church of All Nations, to be buried in his hometown, just like the chief said last week.
Whatever what he will take, I will follow it. If you need me to see the Lagos State governor, I will see him. They should not bury him there.
The family members and the church, they have a different opinion. They are objecting to it. They want TB Joshua to be buried in his church at Lagos. Hi guys, you're watching Chiki series. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I quite appreciate that. It's good to have you around again. And if you're new to this channel, thank you for clicking on this video. Make yourself comfortable as we get right into this video. Also hit that red subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. That way you get our latest updates. So recently, the youths and the indigenous of Akoko in Ondo State took to the streets, expressing their desire for TB Joshua, the founder of Synagogue Church of All Nations, to be buried in his own town because of the welfare that he has given to them.
This procession was organized to mourn the passage of the founder of Synagogue Church of All Nations, Prophet TB Joshua, by youth in Arigidi Akoko and its environs. They walked around the town to honor a man who they described as a special giver with the grace and compassion for assisting the downtrodden.
The chief of their village, Arigidi community, and TB Joshua's brother also expressed the same desire that they want to be buried in their village.
Community.
This is not only me battle. It's not only me. It's the whole Akoko. Whatever what he will take, I will follow it. If you need me to see the Lagos State governor, I will see him. They should not bury him there. He has the he can tell them no way.
On our visit to the Balogun's family house, elder brother to the late pastor reiterated the monarch's position and the final resting place of Pastor TB Joshua.
Baba, I love to get up and go. Gbogbo alámọ̀ òwe Yorùbá pé rádìó rẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ta so ilé gbogbo ní tagbe mo sì fẹ́ àwọn ìṣẹ́ẹ̀fù wà láti ìlú láyé ọmọ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ fún ọ̀pọ̀ ilé nǹkan máa ń kú bàbá bọ̀ nítorí pé gbogbo àwọn wòlíì tá èyí ní lákòókò yìí ilé ni wọ́n rù wá wá dórí Mósè dórí Babalọ́lá.
What I'm seeing here is that a lot of people in their community want his remains to be brought home. But is that their tradition, the way they receive people who have really worked for their community? Their chief is saying that even if it means speaking to Lagos State governor, that he will do that. That one I don't really understand. I believe this is a family discussion that's supposed to have with the wife and immediate members of the family. Normally, this kind of information is what somebody puts in his or her will. But unfortunately, I'm not sure that he is aware that he's going to leave the world so soon. That's the reason why that decision or that information was not released before he passed on. This has really gone to show that TB Joshua never saw his death coming, otherwise he would have discussed where his final resting place will be. However, his wife, Evelyn, and the church have released the statement saying that TB Joshua will be buried in the church because the wife claimed that she saw a revelation that the husband should be buried in his church premises. She has followers all over the world that will want to visit his tomb and give a global recognition to it. And some family members are surprised how she arrived at that conclusion. Did she saw him in a dream? Nobody knows because she did not open up to that. Or is she the one that decided? Nobody knows. This kind of decision is the kind of thing that causes problem in a traditional Nigerian family home because some family members think that they are the ones that will decide where their brother will be buried and not the wife. They are the ones to plan how they will bury their brother and give the woman the dates. The only thing the woman has to do is just to be present at that day and mourn her husband. So I don't know how his family is going to take it. TB Joshua, who is the founder of Synagogue Church of All Nations, died last week in Lagos. And the church has made it clear that the prophet will be buried in his church premise between the 5th to 9th July 2021. And according to the report, the decision to bury him in the church premise was greatly influenced by his wife and children. So the thing is that no matter how the village head or the chief wants him to be buried in the village, if his wish is contrary to it, probably he wanted to be buried in his church, well, based on what the wife says, that means going against the wish of somebody who has passed, which is not really to the best interest to the person. So the best thing is for them to follow his wish. If he wishes to be laid to rest in his church, then why not? Because even in the village, it's clear that he doesn't have any heavy presence there. He only gives them philanthropy, welfare, but when it comes to structural, having a house, when you look at their family house, it's obvious that he doesn't have any presence there. It's just the family being there, and he knows that that's his root. That's where he comes from. But having any big edifice there in the compound or big structure to show, okay, this is where TB Joshua comes from, nothing. It's just a normal family house that you see in that compound. There's nothing spectacular to say this is TB Joshua's house. I think everything he has begins and ends in Lagos. He has a big church in Lagos. He lives in Lagos, so probably he comes to the village to give welfare and reach out to people that are in need. I think what some people don't know, what his village members don't know, is that this synagogue, Church of All Nations, is one of the biggest tourist attractions in Lagos. They have a lot of people that come there for religious tourism, people that come for his miracles and for his deliverances, and most of them, they find hotel to stay in as much as he has a guest house, but I don't know the people that use the guest house. The hotel owners around there, they make a lot of money from people coming to see him. People waste a lot of time waiting for him to be seen. You don't just come immediately and see him. You need to hang in somewhere. Maybe you stay in a hotel, then you see the people working for him before they give appointments, and all those bureaucracies, all those administrative stuff before you see him. Seeing him is not that easy as people think. You can't just walk into the church and see him. And even right now, the businesses and hoteliers around his area, that's where is that area in Lagos where he has his church? I think it's in Ikotu Egbe. They're lamenting that they don't have a lot of businesses because since he's late, people don't come there again. For now, they say the church is locked. So at the end of the day, if the church is going to go back, probably the wife is going to handle it. His followers and his believers and other people that worship him as their God. Some people, because some of these religious people are very funny, they want to go and touch the tomb. They will even tell them that if you touch the tomb, you will get delivered, you get miracle. That's the next thing you hear now. So they want to keep it in Lagos so that more people will be deceived. When they come to that place, they will hear a lot of stories. It will help in their ministry. It will boost the religious tourism, and it continues on and on. I wouldn't think that they would take him to the village because at the end of the day, they're not going to benefit from it. And his immediate family, the wife and children, are in Lagos. If they want to visit his place of final resting, they want a place that is closer to them, not the one that would take a transportation. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. All this war going on and on. The village people want him to be buried in the village. Then the family and the church want him to be buried in Lagos. Let me know what people think about this. I'm gonna sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it, and subscribe to this channel if you've not done already. And I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video. Bye and remain blessed.